OMG.
And today is episode 113 of the OG podcast. Episode
It sure
113.
is.
I don't have nothing for 113. I've literally sat here for like 20 minutes and tried to figure out what I was gonna say for 113, and I absolutely have nothing. So
Got nothing.
got nothing.
Mm.
We got Bible verses. I can do Bible verses all day 113, but other than that, no. Yeah. And,
Then Psalms, yeah.
yeah, you got Psalms 113. Trying to think of another good one. Romans, I think. Romans 113.
I don't think Romans goes that far, but I think it's just Psalms
Well,
possibly.
chapter 1, verse 13. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm thinking like chapter 113.
This guy. Yeah. But other than that, man, how's your week been?
Actually interesting. Lots of random things have happened. So, for example, we received a copy of Anthem recently, of
Nice.
all things.
Oh, interesting.
Unfortunately, we have not been able to play it. We can't get past the terms and conditions screen because every time we accept it, it says there's something wrong with the server, so we can't play it yet.
Oh, well, don't be surprised. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
I mean we've done our research. We know that there's just problems everywhere for
Yes.
whatever reason.
Yes. Anthem is just
So
broken. Oh, sorry.
it's just broken. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. So that's a thing. We're gonna try it again later after the podcast to see if it'll work afterwards. And so we've already done like a hard like reboot,
Yeah.
meaning that we shut down the PS4, not restart. We shut it down. Waited a while, did some stuff, checked every other thing to make sure nothing else was wrong, and everything else was fine. It was just Anthem. We turned everything back on, loaded up Anthem, nothing.
And the funny thing is they had an update yesterday, so that's even funnier.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it
The update
happened.
broken.
Maybe they did it afterwards.
My, I haven't touched Anthem since the first Turbuckle. So I mean, I don't know. A lot of people say it's gotten better. Some other people say it's gotten worse. I until there's like a confirmed way to fix it. I mean, they said they fixed the crashing issue, but the problem was they never resolved the issue for Xbox the first time to tell you how to get around it in case it does happen. So
yeah,
in that case, I won't be touching the game ever again. Until they can say, you know what, the way you solve it the first time is by doing this, throwing your Xbox against the wall and shaking it, and then plug it back in. Which I would never do that, but I'm just saying, at least give me something, something. But well, that's cool. You got Anthem though. I mean, that's surprising.
Anthem. It's a thing.
That's a interesting. Huh.
Because we have a habit of randomly getting games through the mail through certain people because we're not buying them.
Yeah.
Other people sending these games. So we've now been sent I think 4 or 5 different games now.
Hey, I gotta complain.
I have more physical copies of games that I have not bought than the games I've actually physically purchased.
Hey, and to be honest, I mean, no offense. I mean, of course you're grateful, but these are games that weren't even on your radar.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
But it's good to try new things.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm 100% cool with it. Definitely appreciate it. So thank you, person who sent that to us. You know who you are.
Definitely.
And yeah, well, other than that, also we've excuse me, I've actually started playing a new mobile game. I just did a demo of yesterday, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah, matter of fact, a friend of mine just messaged me right before the podcast telling me that he left a comment. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice.
So I haven't looked at the comment yet. I'm going to look at that later. But basically, it's a game that's been advertised on Facebook a lot, but I've been kind of ignoring it because I try not to just jump on everything Facebook tells me to.
Mm-hmm.
But my girlfriend decided to say, hey, there's this game you should try. And it happened to be that same game. So I was like, fine, I'll play it because typically when my girlfriend picks a game for me, I end up liking it and end up playing it for years because she's done that twice to me already. So the name of the game is called Brown Dust.
What?
So
Well, I mean, interesting.
yeah, interesting.
Oh.
But believe it or not, my first impressions are very high. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. It's a
Mhm.
strategy RPG, so similar to like Fire Emblem Heroes, Langrisser, which I found the pronunciation is Langrisser for that other game. But it's similar to that, but it takes its own turn. It's even though it's the same genre, it
Hmm.
separates itself from all other strategy RPGs in the way that they do their combat and the way they do their grinding. That's very unique and has a lot of potential to be a long term game.
Interesting. So very unique grinding and point of things. Interesting.
Yeah. And I'll go more into detail probably like in the show. I'll probably talk a little more about it as far as first impressions. So, yeah, I'm playing a new mobile game now, at least for testing purposes, which I have demoed already. So, check out my channel. Speaking of my channel, I've also been told by people that apparently it's easier to find my channel if you look up OG Krugsta
Yes.
instead of original mobile
Yes.
gamer.
That is fact.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, well, there is one person who did say, well, if you put all the words together, it'll come up. But if you separate original, mobile, and then gamer, it will not bring it up. It'll bring everything else up. But if you put all the words together in those spaces, then it'll bring it up. But
Yeah.
people have been telling me that the easiest way to find my YouTube channel is just to type in OG Crunchster, which is my original YouTube name.
Yes.
And you
I
can
don't
find it
know why that
easily.
still works, but yeah.
Yeah, and when you pipe it in, it's the only thing that pops up. It's
Like
original mobile
it's
gamer. I'm
weird.
like,
It's
okay,
weird. Like and I don't know why, but original mobile gamer does not pop up in my feed as far as like YouTube. Um for me to find your videos, I have to put in OG Crunksta. But
yeah,
I don't follow OG Crunksta, so it doesn't show up in my feed. So half the time I miss all your videos.
yep,
I miss most of your like new videos unless I check the Discord and then I'm like, oh okay. There's a by the way, if you're in the Handy Kill Cam Discord, all OG or original mobile gamer guys videos are broadcasted there. So if you can't find them, you can find them there for sure. But yeah, that's the only way I've been able to find your videos lately, or by putting in OG Crunksta, which I thought was really weird. I was gonna actually talk to you about that later. It just been slipping my mind because there's been so much going on. But
yep,
yeah, it's a thing. Again, that's YouTube algorithm again because you you didn't create another channel. You replaced the
nope,
name. So
yep.
therefore it should automatically replace everything else.
You would think so,
And it
but
doesn't
no.
and for the record for anybody listening on Stitcher or SoundCloud, he does not put OG Crunksta in his title of his videos. He don't put his name in the title of the videos because why? The name's already there. So therefore, if he changes the name, the videos should automatically change themselves. Interesting. I
Very interesting.
I don't know what to say about YouTube anymore. Like as far as like from a content creator, from a viewer standpoint, YouTube is awesome. Like because you could always find what you're looking for. But from a
Mhm.
content creator, it's confusing. I
It is.
I feel for people that only make a living off of YouTube. I really do because it's got to be the most one of the stressful situations to be in. Um,
Well, I can tell you from the people that have been around for much much longer than me, um, who are already established. Even they, the ones that have been around for long enough, they use other means to make money, which
yeah,
is Patreon basically.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Patreon, and then I think other people do some other things that they do on the side. But yeah, if it weren't for systems like Patreon, I think that the content creators would not be as big as a thing as it is now.
Yeah, and
A lot of
a
people
lot of them have went to
think that,
Twitch. A lot of them do both. A lot of them do Twitch and YouTube now.
yeah,
which
Some
is
do Twitch and YouTube, some do YouTube and Patreon, some do you have to do something else. You can't
yeah.
just do YouTube if you're trying to make money.
Yeah, which I mean, we're not saying that you should do YouTube to make money, or we're not saying that that's why you should do YouTube. I'm just saying for the people that have done that and that are focused on you, like YouTube is like their main source of income. I feel for you, like because YouTube is a struggle, man. Like it make it so hard for people on YouTube, just on YouTube alone. Unless like you just go viral and then you're just thinking about, well, what am I going to do next to go viral? And really, honestly, you shouldn't be in that mindset, because that could be very toxic on yourself if you can't figure out the next thing to go viral and you're over there beating yourself up trying to figure it out. And there's a lot of variables that go into going viral. It's not just, oh, let me go do this because I seen somebody else do that. And so there's a lot of luck involved in that stuff. And if you're just making content to go viral, yeah, you're not going to be a substantial person. Maybe back in the 90s, but not now. You know what I'm saying? Not now. It's a rough world out in YouTube. Like because what I'm learning as a content creator is I'm learning that my YouTube content should be separate from my Twitch content. That like from what I'm learning from because I always pick other people's brains, right? And there's people that do videos, videos that people keep telling me that I should do, and a lot of them say that your YouTube content should be separate from your Twitch content, and it shouldn't be like Twitch clips and stuff from Twitch, because for one, that's like oversaturated. For two, it will get people to go to either one because they know to go to get that certain content. They can go to that platform. To go to YouTube, they can go and get that that certain content. If they can go to YouTube to get your Twitch content, then there's no reason for them to go to Twitch. If they can go to Twitch to get your YouTube content, then there's no reason for them to go to your YouTube. So what I've been trying to figure out is besides the podcast, because the podcast will always be on YouTube and Twitch, what kind of content am I going to do that's separate from Twitch? So basically, I have to do what I'm thinking is I have to do like a separate kind of game that I would normally never play on Twitch. But yeah. So I am trying to figure that out. What that game's gonna be and what I'm gonna do. As far as that goes. But yeah, I've been doing some YouTube research. Not that I'm wanting to make money from YouTube, but I would just like to grow my YouTube platform. If that makes more sense.
Fair enough.
If you have a platform, you should be trying to grow it. But not grow it to like do anything to make it grow. You should be using a part of yourself to make it grow. So you know what I mean? Like you should be putting you into the content to make it grow. Like you put a lot of energy into your YouTube, and it's why it grows. But me, it's like, what can I do differently so it's not like I'm putting the same energy into YouTube that I'm putting into Twitch? So that's where I'm at right now as far as that. But I struggle for you people that hey, Biddies. What up, man? Thank you for the biddies. Warwick said Battlefield 5 for YouTube. I'm thinking about it, Warwick. I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it. Battlefield 5 for YouTube, or I might. My nephew turned me on to this game that I've actually really been playing on mobile, which is crazy because I don't really play mobile games. It's called Pixel Gun 3D.
Ooh.
It's actually really fun, man. It's got first of all, It's kind of like Minecraft, but you shoot guns like you look like Minecraft characters. But there's like a Minecraft area to it. There's a sandbox area to it. There's an adventure mode. There is a team deathmatch mode. There's a deathmatch mode, and there is a battle royale mode, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, how about that? I was like, because my nephew's in from out of town, from New Mexico, and he's always trying to like, Uncle, when are you gonna make more gaming YouTube videos? Why aren't you doing no more gaming YouTube videos? I'm always on your YouTube and all I see is the podcast. When are you gonna make more gaming YouTube videos? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And he's like, have you played Pixel Gun 3D? And I'm like, what the flip is that? And he showed me that, and I was like, wow. The beautiful thing about this game so far that I like, my cousin had, or my cousin, again I said my cousin, my nephew has iPod, right? He has an iPad, and of course I'm on Android. It's the first game me and him could play together cross-platform. So I thought that was really cool. And it's a first-person shooter. Personally, I don't like first-person shooters on the phone, but this one's kind of like not as like crazy as PUBG, so it works. It works. So yeah. So I've been actually playing that. Been still playing a lot of chess. And I'm actually over my sickness, which is good.
Congratulations.
I've conquered. I've met my challenge. Defeated it. Kicked its butt. I did my Cerebral Palsy Foundation stream this week also. I did it on Monday, which was very successful. we raised over $300, which my wife brought up, which I didn't even realize. She said, "You know, that's the most you've raised in a single stream." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "The last time you raised $300, you did that in 24 hours." She said, "You raised $300 in 3 hours." I was like, "Huh." Cause I don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just in my mode. Like I don't think about stats like that. You know? She's like, "Yeah, you raised $300 in 3 hours. You did $100 an hour." And I was like, "Huh, interesting." So that was pretty cool. Pretty stoked about that. You can still use the link and raise money. I mean, give money if you want to give. They're still raising money throughout the month. I would still be promoting it on the channel, but they have specifically asked me to do it only for 1 day. So I'm just being obedient. Better to be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Better to be obedient than to sacrifice, as I like to say, one of my favorite verses. But but if you have the link and you know the link, go ahead and just give away if you want to give, which is really cool. Which is really weird, though, I gotta say, is that there's a lot of charity streams going on this week. A lot of people are doing St. Jude ones too, which I don't know. Like it's cool. Like I'm totally down for it. It's just it's crazy that like people all want like charity streams to happen at the same time. Like to me, it like makes it crazy for the person that wants to give. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Like say like you want to give to the Cerebral Palsy Foundation and to St. Jude. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If I was an organization and I was, you know, and I knew that certain ones were going on, I would do mine a different day or a different month or a different day of like a different week. But that's just me, though. What do I know? That's why I'm not in the position that I'm in. So, but it's crazy. It's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's nuts. But so shout outs to all the charity streams going on. St. Jude, Cerebral Palsy Foundation, and I believe there's another one. But the ones I know for sure is the Cerebral Palsy one and the St. Jude one, which is really cool. So And then I did some game testing, OG.
Game testing.
Yes, I did.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Battlefield 5's Battle Royale has finally came out the same day that I did the Cerebral Palsy stream. So what I decided to do is, since we're doing CP awareness, might as well try a new game that we've never played on stream. And I played that. It was pretty fun. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I will be going more in depth about it later in the stream. But yeah, I know you're excited about today. I know the one thing you're excited about.
Yep, you do. You absolutely do.
Yes.
A major update, which is probably going to be the first thing I was going to go over, actually.
Why don't you just go ahead and go right into it, my friend?
So, this little game called Shadowverse that I play. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Little game.
Yeah, it's this little guy, nothing crazy.
I love Shadowverse, by the way. One of my favorite games.
Awesome games, yes. So, big update. First of all, new set's coming out called Steel Rebellion. It's all about basically like mechanical stuff, a lot of Machina stuff. It's going to be really interesting.
Is it Machina or Mechana? I always call it Mechana.
No, it's Machina.
Oh,
yeah,
correct.
Yeah. Dang. No, you're good. Now, as far as like the anime term, like for people who like watching anime that has to do with mechs, they call it mechas. So you're thinking of the anime term, but the actual terminology for what this is considered Machina.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me as somebody that doesn't watch anime. They use the anime term.
Right.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so Steel Rebellion is coming out today. Right now, the update's happening, so you cannot play the game yet. It's supposed to finish about 3:30 Central Time. However, I know them; they like to drag their feet, so it might not be open till like 4 or 5. I'm just gonna be realistic.
It's everybody with updates.
Yeah, there's lots of updates. On top of it being a new set, Chrono Genesis is going away, which means goodbye Ozzy the Haka.
What? No! No! My heart! Oh, my heart!
I know. It hurts.
Oh, why you had to tell me this on the podcast? I'm gonna cry.
My apologies.
Dang it! My whole deck is ruined. My whole dragon deck is ruined. Ozzy the Haka is gone. R.I.P. Where's the black and white screen and the sad music with the violin that they do in all YouTube videos? I'm going to do a rest in peace Ozzy the Haka video coming soon. Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna be rotating. So
I'm really sad now. You just broke my heart.
I'm so sorry. It's life. It happens.
You said nothing crazy was gonna be gone in this rotation. You have nothing to worry about. Ozzy the Haka. The main bread and butter of my deck, it's not freaking what you call it. Everybody says, oh, Mr. Cactus, whatever the flip his name is. He's not even a dragon card. Ozzy the Haka? Ozzy is gone?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Ozzy. Not Ozzy Osbourne either. Ozzy the Haka. Oh.
I'm very sorry. I want you to know that.
What am I gonna use?
We have some strategies in the making, so we'll have a discussion later. There are actually some good replacements that are cheaper and that basically are dragon related, by the way. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. So trust me, you're gonna be okay. I promise.
But Ozzy was my homie, bro.
Ozzy, the homie.
Ozzy always came in clutch, man. And he always came in 3 deep for your boy, man. Man, Ozzy, bro.
I know.
Oh, what else am I losing? Cause that's critical.
Well, honestly, I don't remember there was anything else. I think it's mainly that. I mean, there are other cards, but I don't. Oh yeah, I think you're losing Isla. The 2-drop that rest, but you have a 3-drop now, so
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't really matter.
yo,
Um,
later to that girl. Don't need her. Bye, Felicia. You ain't as valuable as Ozzy was, man. Ozzy was the boy. You was nothing but a ramp. You was a ramp stamp. You was a ramp stamp. That's all you were. The ramp stamp. Yo, that is a thing. Yo, ramp stamp. Let's go.
Oh, that's special.
You can go. You could go right along with that other ramp stamp. That's a 5-drop.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about that card. I can't even pronounce that. Man. That's how much garbage it is.
Well, she's in the ramp stamp category.
The ramp stamp category.
Because all she's good is for ramping. That's all she's good for. Same with that 2-drop. Yep. Buy ramp stamps. Dang it. You could have left me Ozzy game. Could have left me Ozzy. Nobody uses Ozzy anymore. Nobody thinks about Ozzy the hockey. Everybody's about the Kitus. The Kitus. You got the Kitus in your deck? The Kitus? The card that's not even a dragon card? Oh. Freaking take away Ozzy the hockey.
I know. It's a sad day for you. I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh man, that just threw my world up all upside down, bro.
It's not pleasant.
It's not. It's really not. Wow. Yeah. So okay, well, go on.
We'll figure it out.
With go ahead with the update more with what you want to say. I will leave the Ozzy discussion alone.
Yes, that'll be fine. So anyway, so the new set coming out, Chronogenesis is going to be gone. They're going to go into Unlimited, and then also they're adding to the story. And with the story, your intrepid heroes are going to be in a completely different world. So they're really going to be changing where they're going, who they're going to be interacting with. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this. You're only going to be able to use today, I think it's Shadowcraft and Bloodcraft for the story, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. I know Shadowcraft is one of them. Because typically when they're doing these parts of the story, you can only play as so many classes per storyline. And then once they release more content for the story, then you can play as other people to continue the story. But so for the first part of this new story arc, you can only play as 2 different classes to do their story. We'll see what happens. I'm a huge fan of the story of the game itself.
Yo, crew dog, I was about to text you. I'm actually texting you right now. Actually, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. But I think Shadowverse has a pretty cool story despite being a card game. I'm really into it. And I like how the story content is something you don't have to pay for, unlike another card game I know of. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty solid, really legit. And I think that's the biggest part. I mean, they did change the cost of some cards to go back to what they used to be, but they're only cards that are rotating, so for you, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I will say that pretty much it's going to be a situation where it's going to be new cards and then new story, and that's pretty much the bulk of what you need to know for now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, at least I'll be able to make some new cards, with all 3 Ozzy the hockey's gone. Because I don't play Unlimited, so
you don't do it, which is fine. You don't really need to. That's just for those who want to play with all the broken stuff. You don't necessarily have to do that.
If I really miss Ozzy the hockey, I can go play with him over there. But there's more broken stuff over there, so I just leave Unlimited alone. So, dang, man. I'm excited now. Too bad we won't be able to play after the podcast, though.
Yeah, no, it's going to be still having an update, unfortunately. So today won't be a play day.
No. But you'll be trying to play Anthem, though. Oh, man. Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited for you, actually. if you could play it.
If we can play it. Well, from what I've heard, that the game has a lot of potential. They
Right.
just got to fix the problems.
Mhm.
So, we'll see what happens.
I'm just glad we don't buy cars like we buy games.
Oh yeah. God. Although we have a friend who kind of used to have a new car every so many months. It felt like, but that's a
Yeah,
different
well,
story.
I mean, that's very true, but he ran his cars into the ground. Okay?
Yeah, he did.
Could you imagine buying a vehicle and it's saying, "Well, sir, right now it can't reach its full potential right now because we wanted to rush it out to you, but next month there's going to be a patch 3.5 and you'll finally get the horsepower and the gas mileage that you paid for." Could you imagine?
Mm-mm.
I mean, technically we're kind of getting that way because my controller didn't work right until I updated it. My SCUF control, the controller that was given to me by
Oh yeah.
MLG and SCUF. I'm not
Mhm.
saying that it's a dog. I'm very appreciative and thankful, but I'm just saying this is the world we live in now. My controller did not stop drifting until the update.
Wow.
So technically, it was broken on just didn't do it. So yeah, hold on. Crew Dog said I'm home handy. Just didn't get much sleep last night, so I went back to bed after deciding not to stream and get more sleep. Good morning. Good morning. Yo, I feel you, man. I didn't get home until like, cause my it was supposed to be yesterday. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law's last day in San Antonio, but they decided to stay one more day. But I ended up staying out with them until about 10 o'clock, which is late for me because it's a school night. Most of the time during the week, if it's a school night, I'm not out late. So, but so we ended up going out, having some ice cream before dinner, which was a little weird for me.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Big Daddy's, which is an ice cream place in San Antonio, and then we went to Basie's, which is like one of the best fish places. Well, best place you can get for catfish anyway, besides the smoke pit, which is no longer around. Remember the smoke pit?
Yeah, that place was
Yeah.
so good.
Oh my god, I miss that place so much, dude.
I know. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, along with Ozzy the Hockey, Smoke Pit. Yo, the Smoke Pit up in shirts. Y'all know about that, man. Man. Oh, those some of the best catfish you'd ever find, man. Man, I mean, this place that we go to now, it has good catfish. Like, it's not dirty catfish, but it's not the Smoke Pit, man. It's
Yeah,
not.
I know what you're talking about. I actually used to go to Basie's as well, so I'm very familiar with that place.
Oh, yeah. Bases is pretty good, huh? You like
They're
Bases?
pretty good. Yeah, I actually like Basie's. They're good. They're not as good as the Smoke Pit,
No,
but they're good.
they're good, but they're, yeah, exactly. They have this. It's not their hot sauce, but it's the only place I can find it. They have a Tabasco. This is the only Tabasco sauce I like. It's a smoky. It's a smoked. It's a smoked bar. It's just smoked Tabasco sauce. It actually got a really smoky flavor. It's really
Okay.
really good. And it's the only Tabasco sauce I like, and it's the only place I can find it. Yes, ice cream before dinner, which I was a little disappointed with my ice cream because, you're supposed to never go wrong with blue, right? The blue is always like the best, and there was coconut all in my ice cream. And
Well, then.
y'all know how I hate coconut. I hate coconut, but like, there was kids around me. I had my nephews around me, so I didn't want to be picky. I didn't want to be I don't want this. So I took it like a champ and ate it, and then gave the rest to my nephews. But I majority of it. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? False, dude. I hate coconut so much that like blue isn't always the best. Why isn't blue always the best? What's always the? They didn't have a good red, and it's like a Mexican place. So when you get red, most of the time red is mixed with chamoy. Boobies has Tabasco sauce running through her veins. She puts it on just about everything. Yo, true fact. So does my wife. Like my wife does like hot sauce for everything. But you know what's weird? You know what my wife puts in her hot sauce? I don't know if it's like a Latino thing or a Latina thing, whatever. I don't know. Mexican thing. I don't know. But she puts pepper in her hot sauce.
Pepper in my hot sauce.
Pepper and the why? And then she also puts like, if she don't have hot sauce, she puts pepper into ketchup. I don't. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't figured it out. I've tasted it, of course, cause I'm like, why? Yeah, it's black pepper, like from the salt shaker thing, or like the pepper shaker thing. She will literally get the pepper and she will put it in the thing. I don't know. I don't know. And then she'll also sometimes she'll mix hot sauce and ketchup together. I don't know. Don't know. To me, I mean, it's practically the same thing. And of course she loves Whataburger spicy ketchup. Who doesn't like Whataburger spicy ketchup? Some of the best ketchup. But yeah, so yeah, I know what you mean, Crew Dog. I was like so tired. I was so tired this morning when I woke up, but I was like I almost forgot it was Wednesday. I was like, oh, it's Wednesday, podcast day. Let's go. Then I was gonna use the green screen, but it's not. The clouds are not participating for the stream today, so we are not using the green screen today. But yeah, so it's crazy, man. Crazy. Yep. So I was out being a fatty last night. I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing, but my wife's not getting off early today. So, but we're gonna end up spending time with them. Yeah, unfortunately. So, but yeah. So I will go on to my other news. Hold on, Kudok said this. I have a friend that puts more salt on just about everything before even tasting it. Even chips. You get a Mexican restaurant and they were salted already. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I can't. Me and my wife, we are totally against salt. Like, we don't really use salt because salt is like a silent killer. My wife's father, the one that raised her, had a kidney transplant, and they were saying that like one of the biggest things that is like really bad for your kidneys is salt. And so yeah, we've pretty much don't use salt if we can if it doesn't already come pre-salted. Sorry for going on about spices and food. OMG. Oh, he don't care. It's just making him hungry. He's over there debating. He's like, man, I wish I had another taco right now. Right, OMG.
He's not wrong.
See, I know. See, he is. Y'all want to know why I love tacos so much? It's OMG's fault. I love tacos. That was our breakfast practically every day. It was tacos. Tacos. Hey, do you remember? I don't know if you probably don't remember. Do you remember Doug?
There is someone named Doug that I used to know.
Okay, and that was like, and remember Captain O?
Okay, that person I 100% remember.
Okay, yeah. His brother, Doug. Do you remember Doug?
Okay. That Doug I don't remember.
Okay, well, you'd remember if you see him. But anyway, he actually follows the channel now and comes and hangs out on the stream. He actually subs. He plays video games. And guess what he plays? Anthem on the PlayStation 4.
Oh, Anthem.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but I was just, it was just a random thought, but yeah, he's still gaming too. And he was talking about the times when we would go over to his house and we'd all play Perfect Dark. with Jason and Captain O and Bobby and
Yeah,
all that. Remember those days?
absolutely. The
Yeah,
good old days.
the good old days, man.
Mm.
But I'll go on to my next topic instead of going down memory lane. Um, so my wife brought this article to me last week. Guess what is now considered a high school sport?
What's that?
Video games.
Really?
Yes, they are.
Wait. In the United States or like in a different country?
In the United States of America.
Wow.
Yes, she shared it to me on Twitter. Facebook. They are now considering video games to be a extracurricular high school sport.
Where was this when we were in high
I
school?
know, bro. I was just like, dude, I could finally get my Letterman's jacket. I could finally get my. I wanted to join the swim team just so I could get a Letterman's jacket, even though I can't swim. I was like, they gotta give me one for participation. Dude,
wow.
I don't even know what to say. Can I go back to high school? I mean, technically, I still need to do 1 credit. Can I go back? I'll go be a coach. I don't even care if it's League of Legends. I'll learn League of Legends. Give me a computer. I'll learn League of Legends.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I believe it's starting in Texas. From what if I read from the article correctly, it was why my wife shared it with me.
Huh. Very interesting. You know, I like how our women are like giving us so much content.
Yeah, I know. They're more in tune to it than we are. And
yeah.
Which is kind of sad, which kind of puts us under the bus, but this was for last week. But she didn't think I was going to be like doing the podcast last week cuz I was so sick. But I was like, but babe, it's Stadia. I got to talk about Stadia. And she was like, well, okay.
Whatever, your Stadia.
You and your Stadia. It's not going to work. But Stadia, PE instructor for video games. Yo, I'm down. Sign me up. Sign me up as a video game instructor. I'll take them school benefits with a heartbeat. Freaking get paid. And then, yo, I couldn't believe it, bro. I'm about to share it in. I'm about to share it in the stream. I'm about to get it because it's like that's what I love about Facebook. Whatever is shared on Facebook stays on Facebook. Well, not really stays on Facebook, but it doesn't go away unless you get them hackers. Get them hackers. But yeah, I was actually like really impressed. I was like, huh? And then we got some more news about Texas and gaming, but I won't go back to back. I won't be like a Drake song. I don't feel like going back to back today.
You're not doing it?
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going back to back. Nope. So you can go ahead and go while I find this article.
Well, we're gonna do kind of a choice here on this one. I'm gonna let you decide which one of these I'm gonna discuss here. Because there's some interesting things going on.
There is.
One about Square Enix related to Final Fantasy XIV and crossplay.
Interesting.
There's one about a finalization of the lawsuit between PUBG Corp and NetEase, or Apple basically trying to get into the race with Google.
I think I'm going to pick with for right now. I'm going to pick Final Fantasy. We haven't really talked about that.
All right. So, for those of you who play Final Fantasy XIV, something that's been brought up off and on, it is a game that we all approve as a fantastic game. Correct. Square Enix has confirmed that they are currently in talks with Nintendo, Microsoft, and Google to bring Final Fantasy XIV to the Switch, Xbox One, and Google Stadia.
Wait a minute. Oh, man. My pockets might have just got more deeper.
Yeah. Now, this is not official. I mean, they don't have the green light yet, but they're trying to make
Well,
this
they need to
happen.
be like John Legend and give him the green light.
Because, like I said, Square Enix is trying. They're currently under a negotiation with each of these companies to bring their game to their platform. So this could be a thing. Could you imagine 14 on Stadia? That's a good way to put Stadia on the map right there.
Yeah, yeah. But my question is, if it's on Stadia, then why would you need to put it on the Switch?
Well, because and that's the other interesting thing too. This is more of the Square Enix and Nintendo kind of settling their differences for the past. So
Mm.
it's so many layers deep that this is. Not only do you have Nintendo and Square settling their differences, but you also have Stadia possibly getting a huge MMO title.
Yeah, that's
Like
pretty
right off the
huge.
bat.
That's pretty
Like
huge.
that's deep.
That is
Like that's
deeper than
hardcore.
Blackstreet. That is deep, deep, deep.
Yep.
Um,
Oh yeah.
I'm doing 90 references song. So if you guys don't understand, you guys have to go look up the song "Deep" by Blackstreet. You'll understand what I
And
mean
for
by
those
that.
of you that do know, you're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. And the John Legend term was the song "Green Light" by John Legend. For those that don't know, um, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of music references today. I don't know why. I'm just in the music mood. Um, that is crazy, dude. That is huge.
That is huge.
That is huge. Now I don't even know if I want to bring up my Stadia news because it's just gonna dampen. It's just gonna dampen the good news, and that's so good.
That's
That's
fantastic news.
that is
So
so good. But
it is.
there's a big problem with Stadia. I mean not Stadia,
Okay.
but a big problem with Final Fantasy 14.
What's that?
That's the cost, man.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's not like it's an outrageous cost. Like I want you to
no.
get the wrong idea. It's just that you know, because of the fact that we play so many variety of games, and the fact that if we wanted to get involved in 14, we want to go hardcore, we would neglect everything else.
We would have to. We would have to.
It would be a long term commitment,
All right.
basically.
I would have to marry a Final Fantasy. I would have to have a second marriage to Final Fantasy 14. I don't think
Hmm.
I don't approve of that. I just don't.
Yeah.
There's it's not that it's a bad game. It's just there's so many other games I want to play.
Hmm.
And now I found the game that makes me want to go to PC. Uh
Hmm.
but I'll talk about that later. Um
Sure.
but yeah, I mean like I don't I don't know, man. That's like think about it. 100 and like what was it? It's $120 a year.
Something like that.
That's
Yeah.
if you pay like cuz I'm not going to do the monthly.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it a year. And think about it, 100 so like think about it like this, right? Let's hypothetically look at it like this. Okay. So, let's say yo, TD, thank you so much for that host. Uh let's say I pay let's say I'm paying Final Fantasy 14 yearly, right?
Hmm.
That's 114. And then I'm also paying Xbox yearly. That's $50. So do the math
Hmm.
there. And then you also have PlayStation Plus, which is $60 a year, $50 a year. Do the math. That's over just that alone is over 200 something dollars, 300 something dollars. That's not even including if I get the Switch and got to pay annually fee there yearly.
Hmm.
That's a lot of freaking money because
Yeah.
I'm not going to give up my for one, I'm not going to give up playing PlayStation annually. I'm not going to give up my PlayStation subscription. I'm not going to give up my Xbox subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah, it is. Now, granted, anyone who like this is perfect for anyone who, one is not in a position of working, two in a position of, already streaming Final Fantasy 14 and doing and being successful at it. So if you're a Final Fantasy 14 streamer, this is pretty much right up your alley.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of potential.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of potential. I just don't know if I'm gonna get on the train or not. He said, but it just described the future of Google and Microsoft wants gaming as a service. Oh yeah, well yeah, that's
Yeah,
honestly I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of because if you think about it, it gives. Did you see the article I put in the breaking news? 12 hour. I did not. I did not. I have not.
if we're talking
Um.
about Crew Dog, I did.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. OG did.
Yeah,
It's my fault. I forget to look in the breaking news. I always look at the podcast corner. Before the
I
podcast.
look at the breaking news
Well,
apparently.
see, there you go. There you go. Sometimes I look at I just forget. It's nothing. I just forget because I feel like the podcast corner is like stuff we want to talk about that nobody else knows because not everybody has access to the podcast corner, but everybody has access to the breaking news. So if there's something like we want to talk about, but we like want to keep a hush hush as a surprise, that's where I tend to go. So that's my fault, but OG read it, so I'm pretty sure OG will bring it up for
Yeah.
sure. Um,
Well, it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole services thing. Well, not services, but basically digital, if you will, in regards to PlayStation. It's kind of important.
yeah, we should bring it up.
So basically, what we're alluding to is that basically Sony, instead of being able, you're not going to be eventually able to get digital copies of games at any brick and mortar store, including
Right,
GameStop.
including GameStop. Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
And you're also
So you
not.
did see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it there though. I saw it on my Flipboard. But yeah, and then they're also gonna be doing the same thing with their their subscriptions too. Like you're not gonna be able to buy your subscription. Like you know how like me like 9 times out of 10 I buy my subscriptions off Amazon.
Mhm.
Because 9 times out of 10 they do it cheaper. I missed out this year, so I'm just gonna have to fork out the $60. In fact, I gotta pay that on the 28th. Yay! PlayStation, take my money.
Mhm.
But I missed it this year. But yeah, apparently they're gonna be taking that away too. So you're no longer gonna be able to buy your yearly passes from Amazon or anything like that. Pretty much, you're gonna have to buy all your digital codes and content on the PlayStation or through the
PlayStation
PlayStation
Network,
Store.
basically.
Yeah, PlayStation Store. I don't know, man. Thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, you can always still buy physical copies there. So it's not like they're completely getting rid of everything. I mean, honestly, it makes more sense to buy a digital copy on, a digital service.
All right.
So, like I said, I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where basically in a new era when it comes to gaming, and this is
Right.
what it is.
Right. I mean, I it kind of sucks for me because I mean, Amazon always has good deals on digital codes. But it also makes sense too because companies like GTA or not GTA but G2A, I think it's G2A or something like that. I don't remember. Better be careful. Don't want them to come sue me. Uh they're selling like digital copy codes for games like really cheap. Um like basically they'll buy what up there, Infamous? They'll buy like say for instance, like I'm just hypothetically speaking, like this is not exactly what they do, but this is like kind of what they do. Like they'll buy a bunch of they'll buy a bunch of digital keys, and then they'll turn around and then they'll sell them like real cheap, so you can get them real cheap. So basically, like the what you call it, the the game developer is not getting the their fair share of the money. So I understand why they do it is to stop things like I think it's called G2A, and then there's another one. I think there's another one called Greenlight. There's a bunch of There's a bunch of like these websites, these crazy websites that sell um digital codes for digital keys for games like really cheap. Yeah, for console and Steam and all the way around. So I understand why they're doing it. I mean, it just sucks for like, stuff like Amazon and stuff like that, because Amazon, like, that was a good market for that. And the whole membership thing kind of sucks. But what up though, Infamous Gaming? What's good? And we might as well go hand in hand, because we're talking about all this digital stuff and streaming and stuff like this. So people are writing reports about their review, because you know how people could play Stadia at the GDC.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, people wrote reports about it, about their experience with Stadia at GDC. I haven't found a good one yet. It's very disappointing. The biggest complaint is input lag. There's a lot of input lag. And if anybody doesn't know what input lag means, it means when you hit the A button and how long it takes for the actual character to move from when you hit the A button. Getting ready to leave and go to the hospital in a few. Why, are you okay? Everything good? Man, I hope you all right, bro. If not, let me know what's going on so I can pray for you. Definitely. So it's definitely disappointing. I'm fine. It's your grandpa? Okay, well, I hope your grandfather's okay. I will say a prayer for your grandfather, man. But definitely, like, it's kind of disappointing, man. Like, I haven't found like no good reports about the Stadia and the Stadia condition as far as GDC. And my thing is, like, Google, you knew people were gonna write reports about this. So, and if you knew that the product wasn't as good as it was going to be and what you were saying, why would you let people demo it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's meant to be perfect. I'm not saying this, but the age of what we live in today. We live in the age where people want to shoot and kill things down before they even release. And if you give them a little inch of like something that's negative, the media will freaking make it like they'll basically turn that little nail of a problem into a hangnail within 2 weeks. And then it becomes like a soreness where that's all people are talking about. Well, did you see the article? Did you see? I told you it's going to have input lag. I told you it wasn't going to be great. I told you it's going to have input lag. It's not going to be worth it. And my thing is this. It's not out yet. It's not out yet. Yes, that does suck that it has input lag. And I don't agree with the move that Google had to where people could play it. I don't think they should have if they knew it was going to have input lag at GDC, they shouldn't have been able to have people play it, because here's the problem. And I've learned this very quickly in my streaming career. And yes, I call it a career because I'm growing a brand. My very first year in streaming, I was part of a group called what is that group called? It was a gaming group on Facebook. I can't remember the name, but they had a guy that had a website, and you could write gaming review articles. And I got to write my first gaming review article. I believe it was on Titanfall. I don't remember what it was on, but I have no, and I'm saying this to say this, that anybody can become a gaming journalist and put information out there. And I still have no journalist background. I have no like English punctuation, no background. I have nothing like that. But I got to voice my opinion on a game, um, and speak on it and write it as like I'm a journalist, and people took it as that me being a journalist. The site is, believe it's been taken down now. It was 3 or 4 years ago. But that's and that's the problem is that pretty much anybody can be a journalist, and I don't understand, man. I don't understand why Google didn't think about that, man. As much money, as much smarts as they have, if they knew it was gonna have input lag, I think they should have just held off. I don't know. Thoughts?
So my thoughts are they did that for a reason, and I actually heard this from I'm not sure exactly who, but the best way to test anything you have is
Mm-hmm.
to bring it live
Right.
with a bunch of people. Because if you just do a private test, it only helps so much.
Right.
It doesn't really give you a realistic, okay, this is how it's going to be. So the fact that they tested this out, you know, in beta form,
Right.
in this kind of thing was actually okay because they need to be like, okay, cool, we see it's a problem, we know what to do now. That's kind of basically what they did there.
Yeah, it just I get that part of it, but it just sucks because now Stadia has all this negative publicity that already had negative. They already had negative towards it, but now it's like they have evidence because now it's people that have played it and tested it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like saying, well, this is gonna suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but again, not everybody's gonna just dismiss it because of it. They're gonna
right.
complain, and then it's gonna change later because that's what always happens. I mean, we live in an age where we pretty much complain about everything. I mean, that's just what it is. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, I think that they'll be all right either way. I don't think they have anything to worry about. I think that this was a good test for them. They should know what to do by now, and hopefully they don't have any problems going forward.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or
Let's
too many
hope.
big problems.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I'm still concerned about the price. I'm still concerned.
Yeah, we still don't know the price yet.
You
So yeah,
know,
that's a thing.
and if it's like Netflix, that could be a little crazy because you know how Netflix is. $15 a month, you get like two TVs or whatever, or depending on which account you pay for, you can get Ultra HD or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I gotta say though, man, if Final Fantasy does do this, I probably won't be playing it on the Stadia. You know what I'd be playing it on?
What's that?
The Switch.
Of course.
The Switch. I think the Switch would be the best way to go. That's just my opinion, though. That's the.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't. I don't like games on mobile phones as far as like games like that because it just feels weird not having a controller. Like no physical button. And I don't know what it is, but actual mobile games, they hurt me. Like I'm actually hurting after I play a mobile game for so long. Like my neck and everything. It's weird. Like I can sit there and play a console game forever, dude, and not have no pain. I'll sit there and play I've done it before. Y'all seen it on stream. I've literally like played a game 24 hours straight and been good. I play a mobile game, dude, like just chess on my phone, and I'm hurting. Like literally, like hurting. Like I don't know what it is, dude. And it's like, freaking mobile gaming is deadly, man. I don't know. I don't know how you do it, man. I really don't know how you do it.
I pace myself. Like I don't play mobile games all day. I want to kind of set the record straight there. Like, I only play about. I'll play maybe about an hour or two at a time, and then I'll take a break, like
See,
get something to eat, chill
yeah,
with a woman.
I can't even do that. I can only play for like 20 minutes. Like I play for like if I play over 30 minutes on mobile, I hurt. I can only
Yeah.
play for like 30 minutes. It's crazy, dude. It's nuts. It's why I tend to play Shadowverse more on the PC because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something wrong with me. Maybe it's something wrong with my neck. I don't even know. But mobile gaming hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the big reasons why China has put a lot of those like restrictions that they have, is because there have been people who will spend an entire weekend, playing certain games on their phone, their tablet, or whatever the case may be for long periods of time, putting major strain on their eyes. You know what I mean?
Also, since we're talking about mobile gaming and stuff and all these things they're coming, there's an app. What is it called? Let me go. They have, this is not like official news, but I'm bringing this up because I've noticed this. There's an app called Octopus, and basically what that used to do is to make it where like you run Octopus on your phone, and you can use your PlayStation. You can use your PlayStation controller, or you can use your PlayStation controller or Xbox controller to play your mobile games via Bluetooth. Well, PUBG has started. Well, I don't know if they started now or if it's been a thing, but I just recently found out about this because for those that don't know, well, I'll be bringing this up too later, but you can I'll probably do a demonstration too. Hopefully my wife doesn't send me nothing crazy over the phone. But you can now mirror your phone on your Xbox One using an app that has come out for the Xbox One. So I was like, hey, maybe I can play mobile PUBG this way. Well, the way I like to play mobile PUBG is with my controller, with my PlayStation controller. And so I would use Octopus. Well, come to find out, PUBG, which is not the actual PUBG, but the mobile version PUBG, which is run by Tencent, they have completely banned the app completely. If you so basically you cannot run the app anymore, and if you're caught using an app like that, you are officially banned from PUBG. So that whole app is completely shut down. Now, of course, being like I've said, if you stop it one way, they're gonna find another way to do it. They've actually come out with another app called, what is it called? I haven't got the app, but when you get the app, when you open up Octopus, it brings up their other app. It's called Panda Gamepad Pro. Now if you get this app, of course you have to pay for it, and then it connects to your PC. But then what it does when it connects to your PC, it actually does another different type of number. So it doesn't find your device. Basically, I'm speaking in layman terms. It does some more serious stuff than that, but it's kind of like I was trying to tell y'all and about Apex Legends, is that there's always a way to get around it. If they consider something cheating, and if it's something that the developer really wants to push, they'll just make something different. So now you have to use Gamepad Pro, Panda Gamepad Pro to do it, which is $7. So yeah, unfortunately, you cannot do that no more with PUBG Mobile, which makes more sense because basically, if you use a controller on the PUBG Mobile, I mean, you're practically like untouchable. So it's understandable. I just never knew it was cheating. So technically, I mean, I was cheating. I didn't know it was cheating. I figured a lot of people did it. I didn't think they considered it cheating, but I guess it's cheating. So my bad.
Such a cheater.
I'm such a cheater. Oh God. I'm gonna get bad. But yeah, no. Dang. Well, so, but I'll be showing you guys here that later on how you could do that. It's very stupid. I mean, very stupid easy. Stupid easy. If you can't do this, then yeah, I don't know how you have a Twitch account. It's very easy to mirror your phone on the Handy confession live. Yo, we could do a handy confession live video. Man, if I did a handy confession live video, y'all be like, "Oh my Jesus, Handy. Oh my Jesus." OMG knows practically all the dirt I've done. But he gonna take it to his grave. Right, OMG?
Pretty much.
Yep. But I'm not that crazy.
I know more about people than I want to know. Put it to you that way.
Well, I can say the same thing about you. Remember, I used to remind you about the stuff you done. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. There are things that we would like to forget that like to haunt us. It's a thing.
Yes, yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, me and OMG have done some crazy stuff. But we could say that we're not that crazy anymore. Although people will still say I'm crazy, but yeah, I'm no longer Rex. Rex is dead. Rex, man. Woof.
Yeah, Rex is retired.
Rex is retired. Yep.
Yeah. But I'll actually go ahead and segue since you didn't mention PUBG and this kind of fits.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'm going to talk about the conclusion of the PUBG Corp versus NetEase lawsuit, the Battle Royale cloning dispute.
Dun, 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 dun.
So not only was PUBG and like Fortnite going back and forth over the whole like lawsuit thing and PUBG losing, but PUBG also was going at NetEase because apparently
for the podcast, can you explain what NetEase is for those that don't know what NetEase is?
Okay, so NetEase is another gaming company that made another game, Battle Royale like that that made a map, I should say, that was similar to PUBG. But NetEase is basically a publisher that makes games. They made a game and they were getting sued because they made a map that was similar to one of PUBG's maps. Is basically what it boiled down to.
Huh.
So basically what ends up happening is the law firm reported that the back and forth between the two bitter Battle Royale rivals has come to a close. No details were given, but the firm suggests keeping track of any future changes to NetEase entries. So basically, PUBG is watching NetEase. NetEase has now settled the entire litigation and are in the process of dismissing the lawsuit. While we may never know the full details of the settlement, basically they're going to be kind of watching each other through the coming months. I'm trying to see if they give any more details about NetEase. NetEase was the target of a lawsuit last April after PUBG Corp alleged its game Knives Out and Rules of Survival were shameless clones of PUBG. Of PUBG's previous hits.
I'm confused. Go ahead. It's not nothing you're saying that confuses me. What just confuses me is I don't understand why PUBG is so thirsty. But go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, the publisher fired back with a countersuit claiming that PUBG is attacking their shameless attempts as a taking complete control of the genre. So basically, NetEase was accusing PUBG of trying to take over the genre, suing anybody that had anything similar to what they have. Which is also, and the reason why they were able to make this claim is because there's evidence that PUBG had sued, Fortnite. So,
but the question is like, what PUBG has not tried to sue?
Yeah, like I said, they're on a suing rampage, and that's exactly what NetEase was trying to say. It's a hard argument to deny, as at the time, PUBG Corp was also engaged in an ultimately dropped legal battle against Fortnite. Epic Games. Ultimately, however, NetEase seems to have come out on top. Knives Out was the biggest mobile battle royale in 2018 with over $465 million in revenue. Okay, so this is a battle royale mobile game, basically, that PUBG was upset about because apparently this other company became successful. The company is proud to make Lightning strike twice, beating Fortnite to mobile in China. So I guess this is another pretty big competitor that's, as far as mobile battle royales are concerned, could actually, compete with Fortnite. And apparently, PUBG is falling behind.
Next thing you know, PUBG's gonna sue Pixel Gun 3D. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
because it's a battle royale.
I'm waiting for Nintendo to release a battle royale and PUBG try to sue Nintendo.
Yo, what if they did with like Mario characters or like Nintendo characters? That'd be dope.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be dope.
But PUBG would try to sue Nintendo. Nintendo would just laugh because Nintendo is the king of lawsuits. Like, when it comes to gaming companies and dealing with the law, Nintendo has been around forever. They already know what's up.
Bro.
So you ain't gonna beat Nintendo, but it would be funny to say Nintendo knocked
it would be crazy. But dude, think about it, mind blown. Because what's the thing that like Fortnite's got over everything? It's like it's got this quirky universe that anything can happen. So does Nintendo.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, if Nintendo wanted to be a competitor in Battle Royale, they
could. Yeah, they just don't want to.
No, they'd rather bust out Tetris 99 and say we're going to do our own thing.
Dude, and it would be like the perfect thing for the Switch.
Yep.
Oh, man. See, I'm in the wrong business. I need to be on marketing. I mean, you already work for Nintendo, bro. Hook me up with a job, man. I mean, you know Bowser, bro. Come on now. Hook a brother up. Yeah, I just don't understand, like, why? Like, why does PUBG even need to do that?
They've lost twice now. They sued Fortnite and lost, and they also sued NetEase and lost.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I will showcase the mobile thing, and I'll use PUBG just for kicks. All right, so we're gonna change scenes here for a second, guys. Just so I can show you guys how to do this. This is going to be like a quick tutorial. And I'll probably clip it. And use it as a highlight on Twitch for people that, for the Xbox Squad can come back later. So what you're going to do, let me clear all my notifications just so nothing crazy pops up. Like in OG's videos. So what you're going to do is you see this little thing right here. You're going to go to your app store and you're going to download Wireless Display. You're going to click Wireless Display. And this is going to pop up like this. It's going to say, it is ready to connect to your Xbox One wirelessly. Now, this is specifically, the easy route is easily for your Galaxy phone. So if you have a Galaxy phone, you can already do this. So you're going to go to your settings right on the top of your phone. Right where you see airplane mode and all that stuff, you're gonna click the you're gonna go to that, but you're gonna to the drop down menu. You're gonna go to the second page because most of the time it's on the second page. For some of you, it might be on the first page, but you're gonna look for something called Smart View. And then once you click Smart View, it's gonna say connect to Xbox One. He will actually say mirror screen to Xbox One. You click that, as you see, and now it says it's going to connect. And as you see, you can now see my phone. So you're like, but Handy, it's not in full screen. Well, let me show you. So once you know the game you want to play, let's hypothetically say we're gonna play. Where's PUBG at? Okay, PUBG Mobile. Since we've been talking about PUBG, your phone, it'll automatically go into full screen. So as you see, we're on full screen, and we're now playing mobile PUBG. And I do recommend to not look at the screen though. Like, don't use this to play the game on the TV because you're gonna have like a little bit of lag. Of course, it has an update. Always has an update. So I'm not gonna play a game. I'm just gonna show you like that it actually works, and that the actual music works. I actually probably won't hear it in my headset because I don't have my Xbox plugged into my thing right now, and then I don't have my cord plugged into my headset right now. But you guys should hear. I don't know if there's music going on right now, but you guys should be able to hear it. But this is how you can now stream mobile content, mobile gaming content to Twitch. It's a lot more easier, in my opinion. You can now, it's easier to make mobile gaming videos. All you need is an Xbox One, which I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend to going and buy an Xbox One for that purpose. It's just more convenient if you have an Xbox One already. But this is why I always say Xbox One is the best media machine. All right, so you got that loaded. And update. Okay, you want me to restart the game? Of course. There's always an update. Oh my Jesus. All right, so I'm still gonna run it just so I can show you guys that it does work when you select and do all that stuff. Now this does not work yet. This here does not work yet. Eventually they're gonna have support. See, enable support. Select. Eventually, yeah, I doubt it'll work with mobile games because this is not. It was not meant to. It wasn't meant to be used for mobile games. I figured this out on my own, being a nerd. This was actually meant to mirror your PC screen. You're supposed to use this to mirror your PC screen. You can actually use it as a second screen, but they haven't fully fixed the controller support yet. But I'm using this for mobile gaming and to record mobile games that I like, mostly first-person shooters. But see, as you see, I'm able to select, close out, everything. Yes, she's not clothed because I don't really play this game. She's naked. Twitch don't ban me.
Twitch don't ban me now.
I'm trying to turn the shorty out. But as you see, everything is like very responsive. Everything is good. But like I said, I wouldn't use this as like your main screen, your TV as your main screen to play. I would just use this to record content or stream content. So basically, I'd be looking like this. If I was to stream this game, this is how I'd be. I'd be looking at the phone, but you guys would be seeing the gameplay. And that is my handy kill cam tutorial. Now, if you want to stop your broadcasting, or you guys don't see it on your end, but there's a little blue circle, and you click that little blue circle, and then it's going to say pause sharing, or change device, or disconnect. You will gladly click disconnect, and this will disconnect the device and bring you back and turn you off. And that is a handy tutorial on how to mirror your phone onto your Xbox One. I've been waiting for this app for 3 years, chat. This has been in beta for over 3 to 4 years. I've been waiting for this. And so I was like really excited to show you guys. I was gonna show y'all last week, but I was like sick and didn't have the patience. I just wanted to talk about Stadia. All right, hold on. Let me go back to the podcast scene, and then bam, there we go. So for those that have an Xbox One and you have a mobile device, or even if you want to use it as a second PC screen for when you stream, that's what I'm thinking about doing. When I'm not streaming, when I'm not streaming, or when I'm doing other stuff, I'm gonna use it as a second screen. Like I can literally use it as a second screen for the podcast. I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see. But there you go, and that's it's really cool. My complaints about it so far it doesn't lag. Well, it lags a little bit, but it more lags in audio. So again, don't use whatever you're streaming this to be your main source of visual or audio, because it does tend to hiccup a little bit. um, Mainly, I believe it's the app. The only reason why I know, I tested this with Shadowverse, and then I tested this with Pixel 3D. It it runs well, but just the audio is a little wonky. But again, it's good for capturing content if you want to make videos, mobile videos, and mobile gaming videos. It's like for first person shooters and stuff like that. So there you go, guys, and I'll go ahead and let you bring us up some more news, sir.
Sure.
Sir.
So this is going to be related to
Oh,
Nintendo.
nice.
Nintendo is now partnering up with Frito-Lay temporarily.
Wait.
What?
Frito-Lay?
Frito-Lay.
Oh my god. So we're gonna have like feet smelling switches?
Feet smelling switches. Well, you're getting there. You're very warm. I'll tell you that.
Smell-o-vision.
Good old smell-o-vision. No, what's happening is, for those of you who don't know, there's this big bag of chips you can get. The big bag is like an 18 pack of like the tiny bags, so you can get like Lay's barbecue chips, sour cream and onion, Doritos, nacho cheese, stuff like that. If you buy one of those, there's going to be like a code that you can use, and there's going to be a bunch of people that might be winning a free Switch. So,
Oh.
so for those of you who eat chips and actually buys those, that actually buys those bags of like the big, like 18 pack of chips.
I'm about to text the wife right now.
You texting the wife now?
I'm texting the wife now. I need you to buy like 30 of those packs. My wife is so hyped about getting a Switch. Like, my wife really wants a Switch, guys. Like, really bad. And we're gonna do. Me and my wife already discussed. We're gonna do family game nights with the Switch when we have a Switch on Saturday nights. We're gonna do Saturday night streams. With the family game night. We're gonna be playing. She wants Mario Kart. So wife wants Mario Kart. Yeah, she wants Mario Kart. I want Smash Bros. And Mario Party. Yeah, we might get. I don't know. We might have to end up getting 2 Switches. This is how bad me and her want to play the Switch. We might end up fighting over it, and she might end up punching me in the face. So I might have to get 2 Switches. No, I'm just kidding. But family game night, Saturday nights, Handy Kill Cam coming soon.
Yep.
Once I own a Switch, anyways. Go ahead.
This promotion is going to be lasting from March 25th, which means it's already started now, running through May 19th. So basically, you're going to see like 3 different characters potentially in front of the bag, either Mario, Luigi, or Yoshi.
Yoshi's the one.
So, yep, Yoshi's the homie. So you have to buy the Frito-Lay variety pack. So that's the one with the 18 small bags of chips. You can. They have multiple of the different mixes you can get, so you're not stuck with just a certain.
I probably won't even eat the chips. I probably just get the code and be like, "Yo, can't give the chips away." I'm not a Frito Well, okay, I like chili cheese Fritos. Chili cheese Fritos.
Oh, actually, yeah, chili cheese Fritos is one in one of these mixes.
Yeah, of course. It's gotta be. It better be. I think they got a hot chili and cheese one too. I'm not sure, but I mean,
I'm sure it exists, but it's not in this one.
Oh.
Well, there's multiple bags that have different flavors, so you'll probably be able to find them.
Yeah. Yes.
The way this works is fans who purchase the March Frito-Lay variety packs will also have a chance to win a Nintendo Switch system and 3 Nintendo Switch games selected by Frito-Lay.
Dang, Frito, I see you. Trying to get people to buy your chips because nobody buying your chips. I get you.
Yep, and Frito-Lay variety packs are giving away these Nintendo Switch prize packs every hour between March 25th and May 19th. So there are plenty of opportunities to win. Participation Participants just have to look for the unique code on each specifically marked package and enter the code at flvpgamegiveaway.com. That's
No.
FLVP for flavor package. Yeah, flavor pack, whatever, and then
Oh,
gamegiveaway.com. What I'll do is for the people who have Discord, I'll actually share this particular page on the
the
is it
Discord. The
the
break.
Discord?
You could do breaking news. You could do breaking news.
Do it
Don't
on
do it.
breaking news. Do it
Yeah.
on breaking news.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because everybody can't. Only people that can see podcast corner is the podcast co-hosts and the admins. Other than
news it is.
yeah, breaking news is where everybody can see. I also, if you are in the Discord, I also, there's an official thing out now to how to make your PS4 download faster. Those in the Discord, check it out. If you're having problems, cause I don't know, everybody always be like, I always have problems with my PlayStation downloading fast, and I'm like, I don't, but there's some tips in there. There's a new DNS thing. For DNS number, server number. I don't do this, okay? I just do standard, and my network. Yeah, I don't get my full speed on my PlayStation, but do I really need chat? Do I really need 1,000 gigs on my PlayStation? As far as speed wise, do I need 1,000? Do I need 1,000 down? Do I need 1,000 up? I don't think so. I'm fine with 300. My PlayStation tops off at 300 as far as speed wise. Yes, I can push it to 1,000, but I'm like, I don't need it. I doubt the average player or the average person that I play against has 300 speed or higher. So, most people are on Wi-Fi. Again, I strongly suggest if you're a gamer and you are serious about your gaming, don't Wi-Fi. Don't Wi-Fi. If you're doing multiplayer games like shooters and stuff like that, don't Wi-Fi. You will not have a great, pleasant experience. You always want to be wired. But if you want to know more tips, man, just make sure you go check out the general discussion in the Discord. And if you want to know how to get into the Discord, do !Discord. And if you're listening, okay, and you're like, Handy, I'm listening, I'm not in the chat, you want to do discord.gg/handykillcam, and that will get you straight into the Discord without an invitation, because we are partnered over at Discord, and we got cool stuff like that. Apparently, I didn't realize that until like last month, so we got to start promoting that. discord.gg/handykillcam. Flexing? No, I'm not flexing, man. Just promoting, man. Gotta promote stuff. What up though there, Ghost? What up, bro? But so yeah, definitely. If you want to know how to make your PlayStation go faster, then do that. Also, make sure to check out the segment where we talked about how to mirror your phone onto your Xbox One. The flexing the partnership? No, I just didn't know that came with the partnership. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know. I didn't know. The main stuff I knew that we came with the partnership was the hoodie and your own ID number and free turbo. I think they call it turbo now. I don't know what they call it now, but you get like free the service for free. The awesome free, brother. You better flex it, my guy. I don't like flexing though, man. I don't need flex, bro. I don't like flexing. I hate flexing because like I don't deserve any of this stuff, but I get it. It's crazy. Oh, that was another thing I forgot to mention. See, I don't like flexing. I got a package from the Cerebral Palsy Foundation. OMG.
You finally got it.
Yeah, and guess what they sent me?
What did they send you?
They sent me the Xbox Adaptive Controller.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a problem
By
though.
the way, you will be be able to use with Stadia.
Yes, and which might, by the way, Able Gamers help create that controller, even though Able Gamers doesn't get a lot of credit for it, in my opinion. Everybody credits Microsoft, which I mean is fine, but Microsoft helped make it. There's one problem with the Xbox Adaptive Controller. And I'm doing this for podcast purposes. Please understand, is to help people get aware, because people that don't have the adaptive equipment already, they may think that, oh, I go and buy this adaptive controller and I can go and just play. That is not the case. When you buy the adaptive controller, you need to have the adaptive switches already, or need to purchase the adaptive switches. Basically, the adaptive controller, it helps you use the adaptive switches you already have or want to purchase. So basically, if you have the controller straight out of the box, you're not really going to be able to use it. So you still have to have other equipment. Like, that's why I wasn't able to use it on the Cerebral Palsy stream. Not that I need to use it, I just wanted to use it to showcase it. For Cerebral Palsy, you have to have the adaptable switches. And for those that don't know, the adaptable switches are the standard accessible adaptive switches. Are all the jacks are all 3.5 millimeter plugs. So whether it be a sip and puff, a bite switch, a little button thing, or a little joystick thing, I don't know what they call them, but you have to have those purchases already. Those do not come with the controller, and unfortunately they're not very cheap. I was looking at a bite switch that is just a little thing that you bite on that has like a little headphone jack plug at the end of it. Guess how much that cost? $200.
$200.
Yes. So, and I'm again, I'm not complaining. I'm just making people aware, so that if you are disabled and you know, like, oh, I could just go buy this Microsoft controller and be able to play games, and I don't have nothing else. No, you're going to need other stuff. And the average Switch that I saw was $100. Okay, so now put this in retrospect. The controller, it's the adaptive controller already costs about $100 to $80 already. So, you know, let's say, I don't know, like hypothetically, let's say this. Okay, you're a gamer. Something happened. A tragic accident happened, and you've become disabled, and you can't use certain things. But you're like, you know what? That's okay. I know this and this and this and this. Okay, so I'm gonna go out and buy an adaptive controller, and I'm gonna be able to play games. But again, you don't have the other adaptive accessories. So then you have to pay that $80 for the controller. Then you got to pay another $100 for the Switch, for the switches that you need. You may need multiple switches, so you're looking at $200 to $300. So altogether, you can almost look at least $380. That's a very expensive, and that's saying if you need 3 switches. Most people that I've seen use the controller, they have 2 to 3 switches on their controller. Now, with that said, that's a very steep price. Yes, it is. But it's also why we have organizations like Able Gamers to help people with disabilities that may need some of the equipment and they don't have the money to afford it. That's why Able Gamers comes in. They're like, you know what? We will help you get the equipment that you need. And Able Gamers does this through streaming and through their fundraising and through their website. So if you go to ablegamers.org, that's where you can go. But I wasn't going there to plug, but I'm just saying there is some relief out there. But it's just crazy, dude. Like, I was like actually surprised on actually how expensive this stuff was. Like $100, because it's like, it's really easy to make. It's really easy and cheap to make. I'm actually inspired to figure out a way to make the Switches myself and then make them cheaper. I'm talking like $20. $20 for a Switch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Nintendo Switch. I'm talking about the Switches for the controller. Because that, to me, that's crazy. Or to me, I feel like the adaptive controller should at least come with like 1 or 2 Switches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because to me, for a person not to be able to use it out of a box, that's a problem to me. That's like buying a system, but you can't use it out of the box. That's like, hypothetically, and again, this is just me speaking from podcast purposes. I'm not complaining, but I just want people to be aware, because a lot of times, and I've watched the YouTube videos, some people thought that's all you needed, and then they go and buy the controller, and then they come to find out they realize they needed more than just the controller itself. It's like buying a console and then it coming with no controllers. It's like, oh, well, you have to go buy the controller now. You know what I mean? And I understand, people need to make money. It is what it is. But accessibility for people to game, that's where people should not be trying to make money off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where people shouldn't be making money. People should be like, you know what? We'll throw in 2 Switches. We'll throw in 3 Switches. Shoot, we'll throw in all the Switches you need. Now, if you need some more like extensive Switches, like a sip and puff or stuff like that, and that's the one where you blow and you suck or whatever, that's understandable because that's more extensive technology. But a regular like button switch, like easy button press switch for other stuff, like you should at least come with 1 or 2. So again, this is just to bring awareness, since we are on Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, and everybody's celebrating the controller, which the controller is an amazing thing, and I love that the technology's here, but unfortunately, it just gets your foot in the door. It doesn't relieve it yet. So if you don't have any Switch, now if you already got Switches and you have a head switch or whatever, you have a head switch on your wheelchair, you have a sip and puff on your wheelchair, or you already use a sip and puff, or you already use these certain buttons, hey, you're cool. All you got to do is just unplug it on the thing you already use and plug it in, and you're good to go. But this is for the person that maybe not have this stuff yet, and is looking to say like, oh, all I need is the adaptive controller. No, unfortunately, you do need some more things. So it's going to be an investment. But it's a beautiful investment because you get the game. But, and there's my awareness plug for the day.
For Awareness Month.
For Awareness Month, yes. Since everybody's talking about awareness. But
we all need to be aware.
We all do need to be aware and informed, properly informed. Definitely. So, what else do you have for us, OG?
All right, so I guess it's time to bring this up. So, get prepared for this.
Oh no!
Apple, good old Apple, unveils premium game subscription service.
Yeah,
Apple
Arcade. Saw that.
For autumn 2019 launch. For those who don't know, autumn is fall, so later this year, basically. This is pretty much their way of trying to continue to be in the market and not get too overshadowed by Stadia and things of that nature. So basically, for those who don't know what this is, okay, so it's Apple Arcade for the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
The tech giant creates game subscription service for mobile, desktop, and living room for 100 new exclusive games are said to be included. Games to be played across the iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple TV, even if there is no internet connection. So basically, you download it, it's yours.
Wait, how?
Very good question. That doesn't explain why or how.
How?
I think this is probably going to be more for your single player games that this applies to.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way it works for your multiplayer.
Yeah, so I think that's what it means. I guess you're just supposed to understand that. So players who switch devices can pick up where they previously left off, basically going off of what.
So basically, okay.
And like I said, a lot of this is kind of like stuff that they mentioned that Stadia said about their stuff. It'll launch in about 150 regions. No pricing details have been presented yet, which surprise, surprise. But the service will not contain any advertisements or additional purchases. It was also announced that a user-friendly family can access the library of games at no extra charge. So basically, you're paying for the service and that's it. So you're not worried about having to pay for a new game or pay for extra content.
That's
You pay
interesting.
whatever the price is, and everything's there.
So
Now,
basically,
what's interesting?
it's a true Netflix of gaming.
It's the true Netflix for gaming. Yeah. Now, here's what the most interesting part, in my opinion, are some of the studios they're partnering with. Cartoon Network, which I'm familiar with,
Right. That's a little weird, but okay.
It's weird, but okay. Konami, which is a company that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Sega.
Oh,
Yeah. Sega.
And if y'all remember, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I said it was rumored that Sega might be partnering with Stadia. I guess they went with Apple instead. That's a wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
So
Flex, Sega. I see you. I see you.
So it does not appear that existing non-exclusive previewing games will be made available on the subscription services. So basically, just kind of their own content as far as exclusive.
This brings up another question to me. So again, I'm grabbing here. Okay, there's nothing that what I'm saying here supports what I'm saying. Okay, there's no article that supports this. This is handy freestyling. Okay.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That's very dangerous. It's deadly. I'm about to throw some bullets. So what this tells me is that Stadia is not supported on the iPhone.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I kind of knew that to begin with.
Right, but I mean,
why would you partner with your competitor?
Well, they were saying that it could be anywhere and everywhere, and it could be any phone device. Remember, they didn't say there was like exclusive phone devices. Remember, if I remember correctly.
So I guess it was supposed to be understood because the reason that they can partner with companies like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft is because they're not considered direct competitors. But Google and Apple are direct competitors. As far as Google and Apple is concerned, they're direct competitors. And that's why they won't want to share services with them.
So pretty much is that Stadia is going to be on Android devices, pretty much. And Apple is going, and I'm not saying, again, we all know that Stadia could be anywhere and everywhere. Okay, but I'm talking about mobile devices right now, chat and whoever's listening. So pretty much Stadia is going to be Android, and Apple's going to just be its own entity as far as when it comes to the streaming services for gaming.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because Apple already has the platform as far as bringing it to TV because they do. Apple also has Apple TV.
Which I mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, so this is crazy. This is nuts. Interesting. Interesting. So it's
Apple Arcade.
They're just bringing a whole new war. Now it's gonna be who's got the best streaming service now.
Pretty much, the console war has now transformed into the service. I guess service war. I don't know.
Yeah, the battle of the services. Interesting. And Xbox hasn't done their announcement yet, because Xbox said that they officially said that they saw the Stadia, and they're well aware, and they have a big announcement on E3 to, I guess, compete with what Stadia is saying, or combat, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see what Microsoft says.
Well, to say my understanding was Microsoft was sort of going to be somewhat backing them with all kinds of successful devices.
I don't know. I don't know. They having a big announcement on E3. It's what Phil Spencer said himself on Twitter. So
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It's crazy because it's funny. It's exactly what I said. I said even if Stadia failed, it was gonna make things better. Stadia hasn't even made moves, hasn't even released yet, and gaming companies are already making moves, major moves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they could be
Mm-hmm.
making the moves for no reason because Stadia could fail right out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they're like gaming companies are kind of shaking. Here's the thing though, like nobody's talked about it, but you know which company, you know which business is going to hurt the most if Stadia is a major success?
Mm.
PCs, gaming PCs, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, streaming and gaming has become a major thing, right? Everybody wants to
Okay.
stream, everybody wants to game. Okay, so there's a yo Gray with that host with the most. Yo, thank you so much, man. Uh there's some things. People are getting into PCs and building PCs that don't even know anything about PCs. That they just want like an amazing top tier PC just so they can stream and game. Thank you so much, man, for the love. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, but and that's where Stadia is gonna win because like there's streamers right now, like you know, like bigger streamers than me. They're like have PCs and they're like, dude, I don't even know what's in my PC. I don't even know how to fix it if something happens. I just bought it and somebody built it for me, or I bought it and ordered it, and clicked all these boxes and what I needed or what I wanted it to do. I don't even know. So that's where the PC market was winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically. Now if Stadia comes out and does successfully, now PCs don't get that, don't get those kind of people because they're like, well, it's just easier for me to get Stadia. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Uh it's a
Yep.
like it's a moron kind of move. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dumb proof. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't break
Yes.
Stadia. You know what I'm saying? I can't break. I don't have to spend thousands of dollars on technology I don't understand. So
Mm.
I honestly feel like again, I could be wrong. This is Handy dipping in his bag again, freestyling. I honestly feel like if Stadia is successful, I feel like it's going to hurt PCs the most because, like I said, people are getting into PCs that don't even know about PCs because they just want to have not necessarily like the best gaming PC, but they want to have a good streaming PC. You know what I'm saying? And or they, you know, even nowadays people are using two streaming PC setups to do um you know, so they can stream on one and play the game on the other. You know, again, these are people that would necessarily not be getting into PCs. So I feel like if Stadia is a big thing and it explodes like it's supposed to explode, that it's going to hurt PCs the most. Ironically,
Mm.
because again, this is just a handy hypothesis. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, like because the custom building PC market, you know, being able to build your PC on the screen and then it coming out, you know, that's what people are doing, and they're spending loads on this kind of stuff. Not me. I'm smart. I stream from a laptop, and I don't do PC gaming yet. But
Mm.
I've found the thing that makes me want to get into PC gaming. And ironically, it's a game that's already on console, but there's certain things that you can do on PC with this game, and it's pretty amazing. But I'll get into that
Mm.
here in a second. But yeah, I honestly feel like Stadia could really harm the PC market very much because you're not gonna be spending $2,000 to $3,000 on a PC, or you're not gonna have to build a PC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like for me, for instance, I don't know nothing about building a PC, but I want a PC so I can do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but if I wait for Stadia, I ain't gonna have to worry about. Well, I don't know. I may have to, because there's certain thing that you need, which I'm gonna get into. And I accidentally found this genre of gaming, while I was sick, and I was just watching random Twitch stuff, and when you have, you know, freaking fever-induced stuff, your fever will make you do weird things. Well, I come across something called Google. GTA. PC building is easier than most people think. Yeah, but that's because you built a PC. I couldn't do it because of my balance. I couldn't do it. I would fall. Well, y'all already know I fall and do stupid stuff. But yeah, you're right. It's like Legos. I've seen it. I couldn't do it. I'd pay somebody to do it. I'd pay somebody to build me a PC. Not a company. I'd rather pay a friend to build me a PC.
Yeah.
Because, for one, a friend is not going to overcharge me. I'd hope not. Company would. But I stumbled across a gaming genre called GTA 5 role playing. Basically, I mean, y'all already know what GTA 5 is, but now I understand why GTA 5 is still so big. Basically what happens is I'm going to explain the no pixel version of it. There's many other versions of this, but the one I've been watching is no pixel. So basically you go to FiveM, you download, first of all, you have to have GTA 5 on your PC, first and foremost. Then you go to FiveM, right? And then you download their modded files that they have. And then you put that into your thing, and then which GTA approves. It's GTA approved. For those that are like scared or whatever, GTA is fine with this. They also you connect to the once you do that and you do all that stuff that you need to do, you connect to NoPixel servers. You connect to those, and basically, like, it's a more in-depth GTA Online version of GTA Online. But the fact is you play by certain rules. You actually have a job. You can actually be a real cop. When I was watching this and I was seeing the cops, I was thinking about Pooch, and I was like, man, this would be perfect for Pooch, because he's always, he's a real life cop, and it would just be fun to see. So from a real life cop perspective, playing a cop on a game, because you're not pulling over CPU characters, you're pulling over real people that are playing the game. They have to break real laws. In fact, the cops actually have to write real police reports. Well, not like real, like physical real, but you actually really have to write a real report. You actually have to do like real warrants, all this cool stuff, right? I think it's cool. I just think it's cool to see like real life simulation like come to life in gaming. I think it's real cool because you have to stay in character. And I think some of these streamers are very, very talented, because the fact that you have to stay in character and you have to remember how your character would react, how your character would do, I think that's some of the most challenging thing to do on stream, because you're not allowing the game to be entertaining. You have to be entertaining. Like, you yourself like, you can't just sit there and let the game bring the content. Like, you have to interact with the character, and you have to react with the character on how your character would react. It's really cool, and they got like all different kinds of positions. Of course, you could be a criminal, you could be a lawyer, you could be a judge, you could be all kinds of different things. You could be a tow truck driver, so many things. And it's crazy because you're not in the background. Like, you're not in the background talking to your friend being like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Like, nobody knows the meta. even if the chat goes in and tries to tell the other person's the meta, they are not allowed to pay attention to it. And in fact, if they pay attention to it, they automatically get banned from the server. There's certain ways you have to play the game, and if you don't play by them rules, you automatically get banned. And you say, well, how do you join the server? You have to fill out an application and get approved. You actually get interviewed to join the server. And if you don't pass the interview, then you can't play on. Again, I'm speaking on NoPixel. There's other servers out there, but I'm speaking on NoPixel. This is probably some of the most entertaining content I've watched in a long time. And why? Because it's unpredictable, and the way some people play some characters is pretty freaking amazing. And the energy and interaction they put in is really cool. And I found out you can make your character have like no legs and no arms. So if I was to be a character, I would be a character with no legs. And I would just be crawling around the city and doing my thing. I don't know what I would do, but like I want to play that. Why? Because for one, I think me personally, like I think I'm an entertaining person, and I think that's what I bring to the table. As far as Twitch, I don't think like I'm an amazing like good gamer, like as far as like top tier gamer. I think I'm more entertaining and funny. And the way if I can like amplify that toward like that's part of my game, like I'm down. The only thing that sucks is like I need a PC to do that. And I'd have to get approved by NoPixel, and there's like a waiting list right now. Like there's like 6,000 applications in the background. But I thought that was pretty cool, man. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
It's really cool. And now I understand why GTA is so big. I understand. I get it. Because remember, like we couldn't figure it out why GTA, like of course, like everybody still plays it on console. GTA Online is still a big thing, but I didn't understand the explosion part of it. You know what I mean? Like why it's so like one of the top. And now I understand. And I accidentally found this by being sick. So
see, being sick helps you out.
Being sick did help me out. Like I watch. There's a couple of streamers I watch daily now, because like I say, you never know what's gonna happen, and it's like there's like this big old like bust that's about to happen. Like the DEA is about to get like involved in everything. The GTA, of course, DDDA and all this stuff. And the thing is, like one of the server rules is you can't be a dirty cop. And it's really crazy. Like you like, and then when you go to jail, like you actually got to go to real prison and everything. It's crazy, dude. So crazy. It's so crazy. You get stuck. Like me and my wife been watching it it's like a daily episodic show. And what's crazy is it's like you can watch it from different point because of say for instance, like there's multiple characters in the server. So say for instance, if you're watching something, an interaction between so and so, you can go and switch to their channel and see it from their perspective, or see it from their perspective, or like say for instance, if you know somebody's about to get busted or whatever and they don't know it, you can go watch it from the cop's perspective and see how it's gonna go down, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dude. And there's like real life bank robberies, there's real life all kinds of stuff, dude. Like anything that you could think of in real life, it could happen in this game. It's crazy. Like people actually die. Like your character can actually die and not come back. It's crazy. If and that's where the character gets banned or something like that. They call it the nines. It's really interesting. I was like, wow. I was like, it's interesting. Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to check it out. I'll have to link you so you can check it out, because I know you into role playing. So it was crazy. I was like, man, this is actually the role playing I could actually get into. Because, you know, I was always saying for me to get into role playing, I actually have to see it. I couldn't like get into role playing of something that I can't see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was really interesting, really cool.
You know, you bringing this up kind of pushes Stadia's potential.
Yeah.
Because imagine people playing this game on the Stadia. You could also, assuming that you've passed the application, join their session or switch between different, you know, people playing the game so you can get a different point of view on what you're watching. Like there's so much potential right there.
And right now only 32 people can be in the server at one time. So
Okay. So it's
imagine
not overly clogged up.
right. So imagine, and there's only 2 servers. So but imagine if Stadia was a thing and GTA decided to allow this to happen with Stadia. It could be thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
It could be a whole. That's what I like about this like role playing thing with GTA. It's like a living, breathing organism. Like it's
Yeah.
always changing, and I like games like that because it's not predictable. It's not
Very
predictable.
true.
I don't like games that are predictable. That's why I've gotten over Call of Duty because it's too predictable. But yeah. So that's what's actually gonna get me into PC gaming. It's actual rolling. It's actually role playing, which is funny.
That's interesting of all things, but it kind of works.
Yeah, it kind of works. I feel like I would fit. You know, I could even be like a freaking. I don't know. I could be a priest. I could run my own church.
There you go.
I don't know what I would do. I would just have fun though. I'd have fun.
Yeah.
I know that. I know. But do you have anything else you want to talk about, everybody?
Not particularly. I mean, a lot of big stuff.
Okay.
Nothing else would really compare to what we've been talking about.
Right.
Like, so honestly, I don't really have anything super great. Actually, you know what? I do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was supposed to give my first impressions on my new game, Brown Dust.
Yes.
So
I create brown dust in the bathroom. I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm I am the CEO creator of Brown Dust bathroom version. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I create that. I come with new content daily. Daily content called Brown Dust. So
Call it Brown.
So, you know, the mobile version, guys, if you ever need content, hit up my DMs. I got you. we could I could do strategy with my Brown Dust too. You know, there's a strategy to this Brown Dust bathroom version.
Lord.
You know,
Either way,
it's called coffee.
Yep, I believe it. I believe it.
Coffee induced brown dust. Yes.
Silly, but anyway, so so this is how this game works. So it is a strategy RPG. So you could compare it to games like Langrisser and Fire Emblem Heroes. So this is what sets this actually quite a few things, but this is one of the biggest things that sets this game apart. So in your typical strategy RPG, you have this grid, you put your people somewhere, and as you're playing the game, when the round starts, you move people in specific places to do attacks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The way that this game works is you start off with your smaller grid. I think it's like 3 by. I think it's like no, it's like 4 by 8 or 9. I can't really remember the grid. But anyway, you have this grid, and you could have up to 9 characters, depending on how many people you can hold, and 1 friend character. So you can have up to 10 if you use a friend, but 9 yourself in a map. And the way that it works is it actually does the fighting for you. The strategy is not in you moving around and doing stuff. The strategy is just putting the right units in the right place for you to win that battle. So, for example, if you're doing like, let's say, a tower level 5, just using a random scenario, and you set your team up and you get demolished, you could play it again, completely switch your team up, switch where everybody starts, and you'll dominate because you picked the right people in the right spots. So it's more about placement than about just, I'm going to move here and attack kind of a thing. It kind of makes you think before you play. So that's really, really cool. I like that.
That's how it should be, though. I mean,
and it's how it should be, but no strategy RPG really does that.
right.
The other thing that I actually didn't learn until this morning, because I watched shout outs to FG3000. He's probably one of the best like mobile game creators on YouTube, because he actually talks about legitimate mobile games, and like a lot of people that I've seen. So shout outs to him. But anyway, I saw one of his videos today, and he showed off where there are, how like in certain RPGs you have like 3,000 different modes you can play.
Right.
So it's hard for you to enjoy the game because you're trying to do your daily grind. This game, all you do is once you have these certain modes unlocked, you could do play 20 times. So it'll replay it 20 times for you. You don't have to sit there and watch it. It just does it for you on a timer.
Huh.
So you click that. You go to the next thing that you need to grind for certain items. Say, I want to do this map 20 more times.
I thought
So you're now grinding.
I thought Brave Exvius did something like that.
So Brave Exvius only does that on one mode.
Oh, okay.
This game does it on multiple modes. So
Okay.
you can do, I can think, different modes where it'll auto grind for you, and then you can go back and play the story mode, or you can do the arena or something like that.
Okay.
So you're grinding while you're just playing the game in general. All you have to do is just set it up. It'll auto play itself.
Okay, I was just making sure because I played Brave XPS before, and I was like, wait a minute, because I remember doing something like that in Brave XPS, so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, no, they do that only for one mode. But this game does it for multiple modes, which
Interesting.
the game does.
Interesting.
So it doesn't force you to spend half an hour to an hour doing your daily grind for you to actually enjoy the story mode or enjoy the arena or whatever it is that you play it for. It pretty much kind of does it for you. The only downside is you're only grinding while you're logged in. So if we turn the game off, you're not grinding once you turn it back off.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. People would be cheating if you did it the other way.
Yeah, I can understand that because that does give an unfair advantage for those who spend lots of money on getting these resources. You don't have to play the game, and all of a sudden you got everything you want.
Right,
so
exactly. Like, think about it. Like, you'd probably you would probably only log in the game like what once every 2 months, and then all of a sudden you just have everything. Yeah, that would I don't know. That'd be kind of cheap.
Yeah, so I can see why the game limits you that way, and I don't see a problem with that.
No, I don't either.
It means that you physically have to be playing the game to some degree.
Right.
Like that. But the fact that you can grind 3 different like sections and get stuff without having to physically sit there and watch it grind is great. Because that's one of the things that kind of burnt me out with Seven Nights. Is Seven Nights has like so many game modes where you can do stuff, but I have to sit there and watch it do its thing. Like I can't just set it up and then move on.
Right, you can't can't interact or anything.
Can't interact, yeah. So I was spending the first hour just grinding and not really enjoying the game, and I got burnt out eventually because that's what it was every day.
Yeah.
So this kind of eliminates that, which I think is very genius marketing. Really, really good gaming mechanic that they have going on there.
You heard it from the Nintendo spokesman.
Something like that. But one day, I mean, I may be in Nintendo. We'll see what happens.
You already are. You and Bowser's DMs every day. You be like, so okay, what am I allowed to talk about on the podcast? And I know I can't officially say that I work for Nintendo, but what am I officially allowed to say? And and then Bowser says, you know what? This is what you can say, and don't forget, we've already sued you guys once. We'll do it again. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, Bowser. One day, me and you will be cool, man. One day. One day.
But yeah, like seriously, if you want a decent like strategy RPG that's kind of new, because this game has only been out for like a few weeks, I think, or maybe a month. I'm not sure. It's fairly new, but it's really, really good. It has lots of potentials. If you like strategy RPG, this is and here's the other thing that's different too that I kind of like.
What's that?
So one of the things that Fire Emblem and Langrisser does is they have that weapons triangle. This weapon's weak against this weapon, but it's strong against this weapon. So there's that thing where you have to have certain units to beat certain units. This particular game eliminates that. There is no, I need to have this type of unit so I can, get rid of these type of things. Everybody has their own abilities, and certain people may be good against certain units, but it's not like everybody's good against certain units. So you actually have to think about, I can't just put 5 units that are good against tanks and win the game. You have to actually think about specific people and their, qualities and why they're good. They even have suicide bomb. It's going to sound weird, like characters that will sacrifice themselves to deal tons of damage and give you an advantage.
I was gonna say you're about to get demonetized. YouTube flag. YouTube about to hate us.
Yeah, we're not getting paid anyway.
I know
so.
I haven't got paid in YouTube in probably in 2 years.
Right.
I
But I just
miss
don't
my
like giving
3 cents.
them praise.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
But they have like unique type units that you don't typically see in other games, if you will. So that's kind of a thing too. Like I said, they have a lot of unique things you don't see in other games, and it's a very new experience. So, like I said, check it out. Hopefully, you guys like it.
I'm just curious,
Hmm.
why Brown Dust as a name?
I can't tell you that. I don't work for the
Like,
company.
like, so hey, we're gonna put these names in the hat, and we're gonna make Brown Dust one of the names, and yeah, and remember, if the name is picked, there's no takebacks. All right, bro.
No backsies.
No backsies. Brown Dust is a name. All right, let's go. Like, hey, bro, what you about to play? I'm about to play some Brown Dust.
Yeah.
I'm about to play some BD. I'm about to throw down some BD. Brown Dust. Some BD. Brown Dust. Man, that's crazy, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's a weird name. It is a weird name. Although I do think that the whole having a character that can sacrifice themselves to do something is a bit off. It is a little off-putting now that I think about it. But other than that, everything else is actually pretty strong. Really, really good content.
Did you try the game that my wife's been playing for 6 years?
Not yet. Only because I forgot the name of it. So I might need you to message it.
It's Zombie Tsunami. My wife been playing this game since we met each other. It's crazy, dude. I don't understand it. I mean, I get the game. I understand the game. I just don't understand how she's been playing it for so long. It's, of course, they've brought new content to the game or whatever, but yeah, it's a side scroller. I'm not gonna go into too much detail of the game because I want you to check it out on your own. I want you to be surprised, but
yeah,
it's actually the only zombie game I like.
Yeah, just message me the title because I did end up forgetting
about
it. Because at the same time you were telling me that my girlfriend also told me about this other game, so I was like, okay,
it's all good. It's all good.
We'll get to that though soon.
Definitely.
The only downside that some people might not like about Brown Dust is it's not as dramatic as some of your other mobile RPGs. When I say not as dramatic, they don't have all like the crazy animated like special moves and stuff like that. Everything flashing on the screen. It's not that dramatic. It's typically just they do their moves and that's pretty much it. Nothing too flashy. Now, if you don't want flashy stuff, then this will be right up your alley.
Play Mario. Mario's not flashy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
That's cool though, man. I'll have to check it out. I've checked out almost all the games that you've mentioned except for the L one and then this one. I've checked out the other ones. In fact, I still got Fire Emblem downloaded on my phone. I can't remember my Nintendo account though. RIP.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't remember it. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
Whoopsie.
My Nintendo got hacked. I don't even own a Switch yet. I really can't wait to own a Switch, dude. Like, I'm so... another good game's coming out for the Switch on the 29th of March.
Which one? There's so many coming out.
It's Yoshi's... Not
Yoshi Story or something like that?
Yeah, Yoshi's something. But it's a Yoshi game. It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like, really good. So I'm like, oh, hi, cat. My cat's doing the same thing. I don't know why. It's driving me nuts. He just goes around, meow, meow, meow. And I'm like, dude, like, you have food, you have water. We played. Like, what more do you want from me, cat? I don't know. I think I know what it is. I think he's reaching his manhood. So
you think so?
Yeah, I think it's that time. Yeah, we gotta go get his jingle bells cut, man. Gotta go get it done. It's not that like I haven't. It's just I can't find a place to do it on the weekends. Like that's yeah, and that's the only time my wife has off time is on the weekends. So yeah, yep. Ninja still got his manhood, but not for long. Not for long, Ninja. Not for long. Somebody's gonna be listening to this and they're gonna think I'm talking about the actual streamer Ninja. No, I'm talking about my cat. Okay, don't be adding Ninja. Be like, you know, the small streamer named Handy Killcam is talking about taking away your manhood. No, I'm talking about my cat. Let's get that straight. Okay. All right. But I was gonna talk about Battlefield 5. But I think I'm gonna hold off until next week. I want to play it more off stream, because I think I'm gonna do what Warwick said. I think I'm gonna make that my YouTube content video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Warwick, thank you so much for the tip. But I think I'm done. I don't know about you, but I'm done.
And hopefully I'll have something to say about Anthem next week if it works.
Well, if not, you could just say it doesn't work, and you know. Yeah. Hey, was this one in Spanish?
No, it's in English this time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, which, by the way, for those who don't understand, when we got Red Dead, the cover and everything was in Spanish, but the game actually does play in English, so I didn't have to do anything crazy to translate it.
He got the bootleg games, y'all. He got the bootleg games on the low that you get at the flea market. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know if you could do that, man.
Actually, you probably like flea markets. Those kind of places do have all kinds of bootlegs.
I know. I'm just wondering if you could bootleg AAA games. I'm gonna look into that. Not to do it. I'm just curious.
Yeah, we do not condone.
We do not condone bootlegging. Not of games, anyways. Anything else? You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No bootleg. No bootlegging in this chat. You get the boot. No, I'm just kidding. But why don't you go ahead and take us out? Oh, and I will be at Able Gamers tomorrow, and I will be playing Overwatch tomorrow. It's time to bring back Overwatch back in the rotation. Let's go. All right.
Let's go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the OG podcast. That's right. Every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central. We are here to talk about games and other random stuff that pop up in between, like food, for example, because we love to eat. Feel free to send us donations for us to eat every week.
Yes, anyway. Yes, please.
But of course, tomorrow, Fandy will be at the Able Gamers channel, so please show them some love. They're doing big things, especially with Microsoft. I mean, they're really doing some real good stuff for people to be able to play games that have challenges. So I'm happy to see that he's working for an organization that's doing something like that. And of course, check out Handy on his own channel throughout the rest of the week as he plays various games. And of course, check out my YouTube channel. If you can't find me, if for some reason Original Mobile Gamer doesn't find me, look up OG Krugstuff. For some reason that works.
Yes, so, I don't know why. It's confusing.
Don't know why. You can also check out my demo video on Brown Dust, and also I did make a new Shadowverse quickie. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I know it didn't sound right, but that's fine. But anyway, that's going to be pretty much it for this week. So we'll see you guys next week. You guys keep gaming and take care.
Take care. Keep gaming. And we are